Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the campus here at Goffstown High School, home of the Grizzlies. Tonight, we open up the Division I girls basketball season here in the state of New Hampshire. Jason Roby, along with the highlight guy, Steve Cody, on the moving pictures. Want to welcome you all here. I am joined by Liv Orlando, the new head coach of the Lady Cardinals. And Liv, we want to welcome you here.
Thank you.
On the highlight guy. Obviously, basketball is in your blood. She played at Tilton. She took her talents from Tilton all the way to Providence College and played her collegiate career there. What can you tell us about this team that you've had an opportunity to work with here in the preseason?
Absolutely. So they're incredible, right? They are super young, but super skilled, super talented, and just really coachable, which has been awesome because obviously I'm brand new to the program, right? So we have some familiar faces, but also a lot of newcomers too, right? So being able to build and grow together has just been such an incredible journey so far.
And so the preseason in the rear view, but what did you take from that preseason? And you mentioned some older kids that are kind of still here. Is there a leadership group amongst them, and how have the young kids responded to that?
Right. It's been awesome, honestly. So in the fall, in the preseason, we've gotten to play in a couple jamborees. We played in a fall league. So I think the best part about it is being able to see different girls step up into different roles at different times, whether it's a leadership role or whether it's, someone's shooting it really well and someone's rebounding really well tonight. It's been incredible to see our depth because I think different girls have stepped up into different roles at different times, which has been great.
You mentioned depth, and that certainly is something that you'll need throughout this long, arduous season in Division I. What kind of style of play can we expect to see from this Lady Cardinal team?
Yeah, we want to play fast. We want to find the balance of getting those kind of easy transition buckets while also slowing ourselves down so we can do so effectively and efficiently, right? Like we don't want to get too sped up to the point where we're turning it over and beating ourselves, but we want to play fast so we can get the buckets we want, but also speed other teams up as well.
No doubt about it, and I have to congratulate you. Your first win is in the books. You just won the preliminary game. Congrats to your JV team. So that first one is officially in there.
Sure is.
Things that you'll be looking for tonight, however, from your varsity squad to kind of see, to measure what your success is. Obviously, anytime you can win a game, that's checking a box. But what are some of the things you're going to take from tonight that's going to measure whether or not you were successful or not?
Yeah. So I say it to them all the time. The wins and losses, they'll come. They are what they are, right? Tonight, we want to execute. We've been working really hard on the details because I say it to them every day. The details matter so much. So we have to hit someone with a screen every single play. Like you can't screen open air, right? That sort of thing. We have to bring our defensive energy. We're going to live and die on the hill of we want to be a defensive team, and we are going to pride ourselves on that. And we're going to work together. We're going to play hard every possession, and that's the expectation. That's the expectation we've set, they've set, and they've continued to execute through with it. So,
well, it sounds familiar, and having talked to you a little bit here, I'm excited to see the product that you're going to have on the floor.
Thank you.
Welcome you to the state of New Hampshire. Welcome to Bishop Guertin basketball.
Thank you so much.
Go get them tonight, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate
it. All right,
it.
you're very
Thanks.
welcome. Liv Orlando, the head lady. This has been Live with Liv. The preseason is in the rear view. The regular season just about to begin. We'll see if we can get the head coach for the Goffstown Grizzlies up here, Steve Largy, to chat with him in just a minute. The campus of Goffstown High School, home of the Grizzlies for tonight's Division I first game of the season between the defending Division I state champion Bishop Guertin Cardinals and the hometown Goffstown Grizzlies. Once again, Jason Roby here along with Steve Cody, the highlight guy, bringing you all of the action. Well, Steve, these are two teams that are familiar with one another. They met in last year's Division I semifinal game, a 68-49 Bishop Guertin win. And breaking down the numbers of that game, 36 of 49 possible points graduated from this Goffstown team. You might say, wow, that's a lot of points. Look on the other side of the ledger, all 68 points are no longer here for the Cardinals, so something's got to give tonight. Both of these teams, a youth movement of sorts. There are a few players. Coach Largy mentioned, of course, Maggie Sasso, going to be a tough player for these Lady Grizzlies. Meanwhile, on the other side of the docket, we're looking at a very young and inexperienced Guertin team. Something will have to give. We're going to meet the starting lineups for both teams here. We'll take it down to Al Halpern on the public address. should be a good one. Glad to be back here with you, calling the action.
The Grizzlies of Goffstown High School. We ask for your cooperation at this NHIAA event and show your respect for the athletes, coaches, and officials to make this game a meaningful one for all those involved. For tonight's opening season game, we will introduce the complete rosters of both teams. Introducing first the non-starters for Bishop Guertin. Number 1, Gianna Pizzetti. Number 3, Lexi Lazat. Number 11, Matt Bowen. Number 15, Becky Gallagher. Number 25, Avery McKernan. Number 30, Laura Marino. Number 34, Gabby Philbrook. And here are the non-starters tonight for Goffstown High School. Number 2, Peyton Duff. Number 3, Mia Brissett. Number 5, Morgan Dodge. Number 10, Gemma Panarian. Number 14, Addie Glazier. Number 20, Angie Pennison. Number 22, Reese Still. Number 23, Kaylee Capps.
All right, a nice gesture there by the Grizzlies to announce the non-starters for both teams. And now we'll meet the starting lineups first for the Cardinals.
5'10" sophomore, number 22,
Talia
Thalia Drapo.
Drapo, a 5'10 sophomore, saw some action last year for the Cards as a freshman.
8-inch sophomore, number 12, Bella Fayad.
Number 12 is Bella Fayad, another player from a year ago. She plays big. She's a rebounder in the group.
Number 2, Maddie Long.
Maddie Long has been called the poor man's Brooke Paquette, so that should be interesting as Paquette led the Lady Cardinals to the last 2 Division I titles.
And guard, a 5'6"
Number 23 is Holly Dufo, one of the best shooters on the team. And number 10 is Ayla Reagan, another shooter and a transfer from Salem. Want to apologize for our viewers. This is Fenway North, as we have been set up here in front of the pole here, so not ideal, but we'll try to call the action as best as we can for you. Number 15 getting the start for Coach Largy is Penny Ennis, a 6-foot senior center. Number 12 is Ella Malwin, a 5'11 senior forward. You can see the length of this Goffstown team. Number 13 is Abigail Estano. She is a 5'6 senior guard. Number 21, Meredith Winterburn, the sister of last year's Player of the Year, Ava Winterburn. And number 1, senior Maggie Sasso. We've said her name quite a few times over the last couple of seasons. She now wears that senior leadership crown, and they will go as she goes. So a difference in a senior, junior laden team versus a younger team of the Cardinals. We'll pause to recognize and honor America with the national anthem. We'll be right back after the anthem.
With the playing of our national anthem.
8 minutes on the scoreboard. The Goffstown Grizzlies in their home white uniforms. The Bishop Guertin Cardinals in their green uniforms. So we are ready to get underway here from the campus at Goffstown High School. As we mentioned before, these two teams met a few months ago in the state semifinals at Londonderry High School. A lot of those points have graduated and moved on. So these two teams vastly different than they were during that semifinal competition. Jason Roby along with the highlight guy, Steve Cody. He is the man on the moving pictures. And that pole that you are seeing in the way is not a tall transfer from parts unknown. It is in fact a support beam here at Goffstown High School. As we get ready to jump things off. Goffstown going left to right on your screen. BG right to left. And Steve, we are sitting left of center. We are underway here. Goffstown winning the opening tap. Dribble drive, the right sideline, kick back, working back around the outside part of the three-point line. That is Winterburn. She's being marked up there, and tight player-to-player defense. Got to be careful not to get the reach in. And good denial defense on ball there by number 22, Talia Drapo. Good footwork there by the sophomore. New rules, of course, here in the Federation. Only 5 fouls allowed before you go to the line for 2. That is one of the changes in the NFHS rulebook. Behind the back goes Sasso. Dribble drive, penetrate, blocked. Getting it back is number 12, Mallowan. Underneath, up and under, no good. Rebound is Guertin. They have the numbers. 2-on-1, bounce pass. Thought better of it, kicked up. Not shy from distance. Back iron, no. Offensive rebound taken there by Reagan. They'll kick it back out. She thought about it, thought twice. Offensive rebound, another one by the Cardinals. They are outsized here, but so far they are ruling the roost on the offensive boards. 3-player weave up top, losing the handle, getting it back. This is Reagan. Back up top now to Drapo. Drapo, and a little 2-person weave. That was long, down into the corner. Back to Reagan. Left-hand dribble, she's not shy. A Yahtzee from downtown, 3-0. So Reagan gets things started. Don't know if she called glass, but they're not going to take it off the scoreboard. Kicked out back around up top. Winterburn now, dribble drive. She'll bring things back up top of the key. Drapo extending the defense. Winterburn loses the dribble, needs some help, finds it at the elbow extended. Little give and go action. Winterburn saves it underneath and up and in, and good is Ella Mallowan. She was Johnny on the spot there. Beneficiary of a nice pass. Cardinals again will, little backdoor cut, nice pass for Drapo. She got hacked in the act, and she will head to the line. That's going to be Mallowan's first personal foul, the team's first. So once again, the magic number here is 5. Acoustic shadows bouncing off the walls here at Goffstown. I got my first acoustic shadows call in, Steve. You were wondering how long that would take. Approximately 2 minutes. Drapo's rainmaker around and out, so 4-2 Cardinals. 1 out of 2 for Drapo. Winterburn, kick out. Up top it goes to Estaño. Estaño hands it back off to Sasso. And aggressive defense there by the Cardinals. So that foul's going to go against Holly Dufo. That's going to be her first personal, the team's first. Out of bounds play now for the Grizzlies. You see the Cardinals player-to-player defense extended on Sasso. Around the corner, handed off there. Estaño. And they're trying to establish that high post game. Foul line extended. Nice backdoor cut there, and a pretty move, and no, couldn't get it to go. Good looking play. Second chance points once again is Mallowan, and she has found her spot on the left block. Nice kick out from distance. Yahtzee again. Reagan has 2 3-pointers. So 7-4 now, early going here, Cardinals. Something tells me that these two teams are going to do battle for 4 straight quarters. Ball stolen, back the other way, come the Lady Cards, hacked in the act, bucket will count. So that's going to be Bella Fayad's first bucket. And that's going to be Penny Annis' first foul. That's the second team foul. Once again, the magic number is 5. You get to 5, it's 2 shots from the line. Fayad 3-point play the old-fashioned way. And back the other way quickly come the Grizzlies, but that ball is intercepted by Long. Long has her pass intercepted, was looking for a corner 3. Good job of controlling tempo here by the Grizzlies. They set up in the half court. Sasso, dribble drive, throws up the right hand on the left side, is no good. Battling for that rebound, and a nice job of hustle by Malouin. And as a result of Malouin's hustle, Annis is going to go to the line for 2. That foul going to go against Dufault, and that is her second foul. And we'll see what head coach Orlando does as that one goes in and out. Annis misses the first, she'll get a second. And 0 for 2, but a nice offensive rebound there. And struggling for the ball, Malouin was on the floor with a couple of Cardinals. Possession will go to the Cardinals. Goffstown will fall back behind the half-court stripe, and here come the Cards, ready to operate in the half court. Long over into the corner now. Reagan back up top. They were looking for a pass on the low block, and it went through the mitts of Fayad. Checking into the game now is number 23, Keely Copps. Stanio will take a break. Sasso gets a pick on ball, loses the dribble, able to find Winterburn. Winterburn harassed there by Drapo. Good on-ball defense by the Lady Cards. Of course, no shot clock here in the state of New Hampshire. So you can take as long as you need unless the ball gets stolen like it did right there. Back the other way comes Reagan. Nice bounce pass into the corner to Fayad. Back out to Dufault, who gets it back up top to Reagan. Little skip pass action now to Long. Long down on into the corner to Drapo. Good on-ball defense there by Annis. Fired from way downtown, back iron, no, and a battle for the ball. And we're going to get another jump ball call. This time possession will go to the Lady Grizzlies. Gabby Philbrick will get her first action, checking in for Bella Fayad. And the Cards will employ some pressure here. Man-to-man defense employed by the Cards. On-ball pressure provided there by number 23, Dufault. Sasso dribble drive, and they've made their hay. Dribble penetrate on the right side, finding on the low block Malouin. And Malouin's got all 6 of the Grizzly points, making a living down there on the low left block. So our score with 20 in the first quarter, it is Bishop Guertin 10 and the Goffstown Grizzlies 6. So fast-paced action from both of these teams, and even though only a couple of these players on Goffstown's side have seen some postseason action, these two teams playing with a lot to prove here, and I venture to say that neither one of these teams will look like they do tonight. And what I mean by that is I think both will improve extensively throughout the course of this season. This is game number 1. And if it's any indication, I think we'll be talking about both of these teams potentially in the postseason. Talking to Coach Steve Largy of Goffstown, he views that top tier as kind of a 4-team race. We'll go over that, but he sees both this Guertin team and potentially his Grizzly team in that second tier. Nice little pass down on the low block. They'll get it back up top to Philbrick. Philbrick, right hand, loses the dribble. Able to find Long. Long kicks it around, into the corner it goes. Dribble drive, back up top with Reagan. Get a call. And it looks like that foul is going to go against Annis, and that is her second personal foul, the team's third. So the buzzer sounds. I believe we're going to see Annis head to the bench, and number 22, Reese Still, will get her first game action. So 3 team fouls against the Grizzlies. Cardinals working it around the perimeter, trying to find the low block. Gets kicked around, fortunate enough to come away with it. Shot from way downtown, back iron, no. Long rebound goes into the bleachers. Good hustle there by number 2, Long. But it goes off of her wing, and Goffstown will get possession. Cards applying some full court pressure here. Man to man, top to bottom. Sasso trying to navigate, getting over the timeline. She does. Throws up a prayer and will get hacked in the act. She'll head to the line for a pair of free throws. Ayla Reagan, that is her first personal. That's 3 on the team, so each team with 3 personal fouls. Sasso knocks down the first. She has a second. Gianna Pizzetti will check into the game, and Holly Dufo will take a seat. 2 out of 2 for the senior Sasso. It is a 10-8 Guertin lead. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Cardinals working the ball around the perimeter. They like that flash to the low block. Oh, nice crossover there, and it was saved. It looked like it was going to be off a Goffstown hand, but Reagan kind of reached for it. It went off her paw, but little crossover baseline move. Nothing to show for it, but pretty move nevertheless. This is Sasso now. Left-hand dribble, stopping the top of the key, and we're going to get another aggressive foul. This one's going to go against Pizzetti. And the book on Pizzetti is might be the most athletic player on this Guertin team. 3 seniors on the roster. But that is 4 team fouls on Guertin. Next one will put Goffstown to the line for 2. Up top it comes now. Goffstown in their half-court set. Pressure defense being applied to Winterburn. Drapo, help on the backside, and when the help comes, guess who they find once again? Malouin. She was unable to put it in the basket. But every time they go baseline and the help defense comes over, Malouin finds herself all alone on that block. So we'll see if Guertin can draw anything up to thwart that effort. They're going to say that one went off of a Grizzly paw. Sasso's to be exact, I believe, so Guertin will get possession. 1:14 to go now here in the first quarter. And a lot of action on the far outside part of the three-point line. Not a real big Guertin team in terms of height, but athletic. They will bang if they have to. Pizzetti now. Top of the key, right-hand dribble, flashes through, no. Was looking for that backdoor pass from Philbrick. Philbrick thought better of it. Back over it comes to Pizzetti. Pizzetti down into the corner to Reagan. Skip pass, found there is Long. Long working on Winterburn. And good defense by, and a steal there. Dufo goes up and in. Or excuse me, that was Keely Capps. So Capps is on the board. 10-10, 20 seconds now. See if Guertin holds for the last shot. Little 3-player weave going on at the top of the key. Long now. looking for help, directing traffic, marked up closely. And Guertin having some trouble, and they're going to call a blocking foul, and Coach Largy frustrated with that one as there's 1.5 seconds left. So that's the first personal foul on Meredith Winterburn. 1.5 seconds to go. And they'll get the last shot. The runner in the lane underneath, and no. So we come to the end of the first quarter. Your score, the Goffstown Grizzlies 10, the Bishop Guertin Cardinals 10. And what you will see when you look up at the scoreboard is the team fouls have just reset. What that means is there's no more 7 fouls equals a 1-and-1 opportunity, 10 fouls equals 2 shots. It goes to 5. And each quarter resets like the college game. So if there are 5 fouls, then you go to the line for 2. They're trying to speed the game up a little bit, and they're trying to take away the potential for hard fouls and so forth. So one of the many changes, or I should say one of the few changes that the NFHS has made nationwide here, another change is the inbounding the ball. There'll be 4 points of inbounding the ball when the ball goes out of bounds so that the referees are not guessing where the ball should be inbounded. And thoughts so far, kicking the rust off a little bit. Both of these teams, they're both very scrappy, hard-nosed type teams, blue-collar work ethic from all of these girls. Did get a text earlier on from the banks of the Hudson. That's right. You know who I'm talking about. Colleen from Cornwall, and she has a prediction on tonight's game. And I want to make sure I get this right. She's predicting a Cardinal victory. And the final score, let's see. I'll have to find it here. But she did predict a Cardinal victory, and I'm relatively certain it is similar to last year's playoff game. So I'll have to look in my text messages and find that score. But hello, Colleen from Cornwall. Glad you're with us once again. Cardinals now operating in the half court and putting the ball on the floor one too many times. They had their pockets picked back the other way. And a chance to take the lead here is the Goffstown Grizzlies. Are the Goffstown Grizzlies? Is the Goffstown Grizzlies? The days of good grammar has went. All right, back the other way now comes Sasso. Little set shot inside the key, and a good look was Mallow, and she couldn't get that one to go. Cards will set up shot. Maddie Long now, right side, gets it over to Pizzetti. Pizzetti, right-hand dribble crossover, looking for some motion from her teammates. Gets it back over to Long, and the Cards will reset with Reagan. Top of the key, dribble, penetrate, kick back out, Pizzetti. Back over to Long. Reagan, excuse me. This is Long. Pizzetti, left hand, one dribble, works it over to Philbrick. And a nice pass there. Good patience of recognizing Fayed open underneath, and she gets hacked in the act, and she'll head to the line. And that's Keely Capps' first personal. And it's the first foul of the second quarter. Fayed was hacked in the act. She'll head to the line for 2. Fayed front iron, no. She'll get a second shot as checking back in is Penny Ennis. She will give Ella Mallowan a break. Ennis will have to be careful. She has 2 personals to her name. Around it goes, and no good, but a good battle underneath by Gabby Philbrick. And that possession will go back to the Grizzlies. I must have missed one there. I thought it would have been Cardinal ball, but we've had several jump balls. 1-2-1-1 press here being applied by the Cards, and the Grizzlies handle it, and they had a wide open player underneath. It was deflected. And heading into the hoop was Caps, and she was hacked in the act. So that's Philbrick's first personal. And it is the team's first of the second quarter. Heading to the line for a pair will be Keely Caps. Her rainmaker hits side iron and bounces out. She'll get some positive reinforcement from her teammates and get a second attempt here. And knocks that one down. There is strength in positive reinforcement, Steve. Back the other way come the Cardinals. They are losing by one here early going of the second quarter. Philbrick now, right hand dribble, out near half court. And a nice dribble cut to the hoop. A nice pass there as Long found Reagan for the bucket. Reagan leads all scorers with 8. Nice dipsy-do up and under, and a nice finish there by Reese Still, and she's in the books. And Still did a nice job, pump fake, got the defender to fly right by, and a nice kiss off the glass. Runner in the lane, and now Guertin has found something that's working as they're getting some penetration through the middle of the key as Fayed goes up and in. So that's going to be Maddie Long's first personal. And the second team foul as the Cards have taken the lead. They've regained their lead. It's only 1 point. Back the other way now. Full court, extended pressure. The trap came over. Underneath on the backside, and it went through the paws of Reese Still. But the Grizzlies had that defense dissected and were ready to get a quick bucket. We'll see if they go back to that same look the next time they're on the run. We'll see if the Cards try to get that penetration into the middle of the key. There it goes, and it was going to be double teamed. They find the low block, and physicality on the low block. They call it jump ball. Probably a lot of things you could have called on that one, but a good non-called. Letting the girls play early on. I like it. Couple of substitutes in for each team. Cards to inbound. Up top it goes. Flashing into the paint. Nice size difference there, and a good job of recognizing as Drapo goes up and gets her third point. It was a good feed on the inside to Drapo. This is Sasso. Little spin move, dipsy-do, up and under. Pretty move there by Sasso. And she's got 4. Oh, and a little push there. Good show of sportsmanship. And that one is on Winterburn. That's a cheap one. That's her second. As Pizzetti will get a break, and coming back in for the Cards is Gallagher. Man-to-man defense employed here by the Grizzlies. Again, they go into Drapo, and she is tough. Throws up the right-hand runner, no good. And a good rebound there by Winterburn, and she'll come back the other way. Gets it back up top to Sasso. Sasso looking, and again, the double team came to Sasso, and it looked like she was going to attempt to dish it down to Still on the low block, but she was hacked in the act. She'll head to the line for 2. So Gallagher's first personal foul, that's the third team foul, and it'll send Sasso to the line for a pair. The 5'9" senior guard has 4 points thus far. We have a little conversation at the scorer's table. Much ado about nothing. Nice make there by Sasso. I think somebody dropped their binoculars on the bleachers. Sasso knocks down the second. perfect from the line tonight. She has 6 for the Grizzlies. This is Dufo, got it back up top. Left hand dribble, penetrate, kick back out, and a nice job. They had her underneath in the middle of the paint was Fayed, but a couple of Grizzly paws got stuck in there, and away with the ball comes Sasso. Dribble, penetrate, no call. They're going to say all ball. So once again, the officials letting the kids play here this evening. And as long as they stay consistent with that, gotta like it. But consistency is the key. Little denial defense, they're going to say that went off of Ennis's hands. And the Grizz will fall back. Cardinals now operating in the half court. That little 3-person weave, top of the key. Dribbling it into 3 defenders. And the ball will go to the Grizzlies. Cardinals once again extending some man-to-man pressure here. Nice switch off the ball. Ball gets tipped and back the other way. Come the Grizzlies 2-on-1. Pretty pass on the low block. Up and in. Reese Still, beneficiary of that nice pass. So you can tell they've worked on breaking that press, but Maggie Sasso's first personal foul. 3rd team foul. Heading to the bench is Winterburn. So each team with 3 team fouls. Low pass, Drapo able to scrape it up off the floor. Into the corner it goes to Gallagher. Oh, and picking her pocket back the other way comes Still. Still goes into the middle of the paint, throws one up, no. Gets her own miss, and another steal by the Cards. Back the other way, up, no good. Offensive rebound, bodies hit the floor, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria, chaos. Guertin ball. 19-16 here. A Goffstown lead. And checking for, oh, there we go. There I am, I think. Up and in, no good, but Fayed was hacked in the act. It's going to be Sasso's 2nd personal foul, the 4th team foul against the Grizzlies. Fayed knocks down the first. She's got 6, going for her 7th point here. No good on the second, and no call on that rebound. And things are getting pretty aggressive here underneath the hoop. And I think Guertin, that's going to be Fayad's first personal. That's the 4th team foul, so each team with 4 here in the second quarter. Next one will send each team to the line for a pair of free throws. 2:54 to go here in the first half. Grizzlies with a 19-17 lead. Ball inbounded. Winterburn looking on that back side block. And Guertin made a nice adjustment. Here comes a double team on the baseline. They're going to say carry on the baseline, turnover. Back the other way we go. So a great opener for both of these teams. 2 evenly matched teams. Losing the dribble well out beyond the 3-point line. Nice job of ball movement, trying to establish that low post. No, they'll start things back here. Elbow extended. Ball comes back up top to Fayed. Kicked over into the corner to Dufo. Dufo kicks it back out. Nice ball fake. Pull up Jay. No. And it was a good look by Drapo. Nice rebound by Winterburn. And you can see the look on Drapo's face. She knew it when she made that contact. That's her first personal, but 5 team fouls now puts the Grizzlies at the free throw line for a pair. So we are witnessing our first rule change right now. And knocks down the first, does Winterburn. You know, Steve, it's so quiet in here. If we all hid, what a great surprise party we could have. Just thinking. I don't know. Winterburn knocks down 2 free throws, and believe it or not, those are her first points of the evening here. But she seems to have been everywhere for the Grizzlies team in the early going. Ball worked around the perimeter. Nice kick out, nice recognition. Thrown in from the outside, no. And another jump ball called as Reagan had a good look from downtown. Missed everything. Jump ball, possession goes to the Grizzlies. Player to player, full court here, extended by the Cardinals. Sasso will break it with the dribble, find Winterburn. Another kick on the low block. Kick out, back to Winterburn, no. And a nice rebound there, and an important one by Reagan. Reagan gets it over to Fayed. Fayed goes up and under, can't get it to go, cleans her own glass. Windex, no. And that rebound taken by Malowin. Malowin gets it up, and now a 2-on-1 for the Grizzlies. Up and under, no. That foul, I think it's going to go against Reagan. Okay, I guess they're going to call it on Drapo, her second personal. Knocks down the first. I could be wrong, but I don't think Drapo was down there on that one. You'll watch it back on the replay with the highlight guy. In and out, Drapo, 1 out of 2. Nice rebound there taken by Annis. She couldn't get it to go. Back the other way comes Long and the Cards. And she'll work the left side. Kicked out to Dufo. Dufo, little pull-up J. Shooter's touch, yes. And Dufo's in the books. 56 seconds and counting to go here in the first half. Grizzlies nursing a 3-point lead. Sasso, left-hand dribble baseline. And now the whistles are coming out fast and furious, and it looked like number 22, Drapo. And that's her third personal. So Sasso heads to the line for a pair. Knocks down the first, she'll get a second. Sasso perfect from the line so far here tonight, 5 out of 5. As both teams making some changes here with 48 seconds to go. And a good move to get Drapo out of this one. Don't want to pick up a 4th foul. Sasso in and out. I jinxed her, Steve. My bad. Nice bounce pass into the corner. Head fake, kick out. Dribble drive penetrating is Long. Kick out again. Back iron, no. Dufo had a good look at it, and she's one of the top shooters on this Guertin team. Sasso, right-hand crossover, pick on ball, double team is coming. Good help defense was applied there by Bowen. Back into the corner, no travel, up, no. And that ball, they're going to say it went off of a Cardinal. So the Grizzlies will get possession under the hoop. Inbound it to Sasso. She's in the left corner, drives into the middle. Little hook shot. Up and in for Sasso. She has 9 to lead all scores for the Grizzlies. Underneath and finding herself too deep underneath was Fayed, but she gets hacked in the act. And that's Winterburn's third foul. So, oh, correction, they gave it to, looks like they gave it to Malouin. So missing the first, getting a second. There are 9/10 to go here. A quick putback on a miss. Knocks it down. And that will do it for the first half. Your score, the Goffstown Grizzlies 25, the Bishop Guertin Cardinals 20. You are watching the highlight guy, Jason Roby, along with Steve Cody on the moving pictures. Welcome to the 2023-24 basketball season. We got a lot of great action to call for you this year, starting with tonight's game. We'll be right back with second half action in just a few minutes. And we saw a pretty good first half there. A lot of aggressive play. The early going, referees let them get after it pretty good. It is Guertin 20 and the Grizzlies 25. Cardinals getting the first possession of the second half. Methodical in their half court set. Little spin move, dipsy-do up and under, no good. Following her shot was Drapo. They're going to say she touched the baseline, so possession will go over to the Grizzlies. Full court pressure being employed here. No backcourt violation. It was close. The pole was in the way, so calling you as we see it. Nice defensive board there, taken down by Reagan. She comes back the other way. Kicked out into the corner. Back up top comes Long. Foul line extended. Not shy from distance. No good there. It was a good look for Dufo, but she couldn't get it to go. We are in the early going of the third quarter here, and pocket picked on the floor. Went Long. Coming away with it is Reagan. Kick out into the corner. Little dribble drive, pull-up jumper, yes! And a nice make there by Holly Dufo. She has her fourth point and the first points of the third quarter. 25-22 Grizzlies. Dribble penetrate, little help defense, wrap around, bounce pass, kick back out into the corner. Foul's going to be called on Maddie Long, her second personal. And we talked to Coach Orlando about the foul situation, and she said, look, we have an aggressive team, but we have to realize we can't give up cheap ones. Dribble penetrate, right elbow extended, kick out. This is Winterburn. She comes back to the place that was just vacated. Little leather souffle there from Fayed. She comes back the other way. Finds Dufo. Dufo, bounce pass down on the low block. Got it back out. And that shot, another leather souffle. So both teams with some good dominance, protecting the cup. Fayed now up top. Back iron there for Dufo. And that's going to go to the Grizzlies. And we know the book on Dufo. She's probably the best shooter for this Cardinal team. Her shots have been long thus far off back iron. But if she gets hot, it could be interesting. And speaking of interesting, a steal there by Dufo, goes up with the left, and a strong finish. And she's got the first 4 points for the Cards. PG within one. Coach Orlando pretty jacked up there on the sidelines. Coach Largy will call timeout, and they'll talk it over. So 25-24. Goffstown with the 1 point advantage. First stoppage in play here of the second half. This Bishop Guertin team will have their home opener on Friday night at 6:30. They will play the Concord High Crimson Tide. And we talked to you earlier in the broadcast about who the potential top 4 would be, and a lot of coaches have said these 4 teams in no particular order: Bedford, Pinkerton, Portsmouth, and Londonderry. And then after that, a lot of teams in the 5 through 13 spot up for grabs. And again, I think it's safe to say that both of these teams are going to improve as the season moves along here. The team that you're seeing on the floor now might be the same players, but they'll be playing differently. This Guertin team, of course, still learning how to play with one another in a game-type scenario. Guertin now employing the full court pressure. Man to man. This will be Sasso working against Long. Drive up the right side, crossover back to the middle, and kick down to the low block. Malouin had a look at it, but she had to kick it back out. Grizzlies will reorganize at the top of the key. Ennis drive, goes up strong, hits the padding. She's pumped up as it looked like Reagan's going to get called for her second foul. And it is Ayla's second. Ennis will head to the line for a pair. Back iron rolls out. Always love looking at the way the kids shoot free throws. A little offering to the rim gods. Front iron, no. And back the other way come the Cards. Nice pass on the low block. Long kick out, fired, downtown, no. Rebound goes to Sasso. She hits the deck, was looking for a call. There will be a whistle, but it'll be for a travel. Drapo had a good look at it from distance, couldn't get it to go there, so Cards will regroup under the hoop. Ball is inbounded to Fayad, downtown, and Yahtzee from Dufo. And if she starts to heat up, things could get interesting. She has 7 here in the third quarter. Pass is kicked out. Winterburn, backdoor cut. They're going to say it went off of Sasso, I believe. And the Cards will take possession. They'll inbound the ball with 5:03 to go in the third quarter, and they are up 27-25. Side iron, no, and that was Dufo. So one and done for the Cards. Sasso working against Long. Ball is on the floor, and it looks like Coach Largy wants a foul, but he's not getting it. They'll say the ball went out off of Guertin. Winterburn to do the honors. Gets it into Sasso. Sasso looking for help. She'll get a pick in the form of Ennis. Sasso left-hand dribble and went in against 3 Cardinals. Hacked in the act. She'll head to the line for 2. We'll see who draws that foul. So that's going to be Regan. That's her third personal and the third team foul with 4.5 to go in the third quarter. Sasso calmly knocks down the first. Sasso 7 out of 8 from the charity stripe here this evening. She leads all scorers with 11. Left-hand dribble crossover there by Pizzotti. Pizzotti will hand it off. Drapo into the key. Plastic explosives resulting. Drapo will head to the line. That's going to be Ennis's third personal. It's only the first team foul. Heading to the line is Drapo for a pair. Back iron, friendly touch. Knocks down the first. It looks like Reese Still will check into the ball game, as will Gabby Philbrick for the Cardinals. Second shot for Drapo. She hit the first. Drapo 2 for 2 on that trip. Guertin's lead back up to 2. 29-27, 4:15 to go. Sasso working against the full pressure from Long. Little pick on ball. Long hits the deck. In the key it goes. Winterburn picks up a nice on-ball pick. Block shot there by Pizzotti. She'll get blown for the foul. So that's Pizzotti's second foul, fourth on the team. And heading to the line for a pair will be Winterburn. Knocks down the first. Winterburn ties things up at 29, and she is 5 for 5 from the charity stripe tonight. 4 minutes to go, third quarter action. Cardinals, no double dribble call there, up and in, no. Ball again on the floor, and a wrestling match ensues. Calmer heads prevail. So the foul will go against Drapo. That is her fourth personal. They can ill afford to lose her with a quarter and a half to go here. Knocking down the freebie is Caps. She'll get her second opportunity. Friendly roll there as Caps converts both. 31-29. Grizzlies have retaken the lead, and a timeout taken there by Coach Orlando. And she'll get the cards together and talk things over here. Things have gotten very interesting as back and forth. It's been a game of mini runs as the Cardinals have enjoyed a couple of two-point leads here in the early going of this third quarter, only to be outdone by the Grizzlies, who've taken their own two-point lead. Have to believe this one's going to go down to the wire. Fouls are starting to become a factor here as we look at Guertin. It's Drapo with 4 fouls, Reagan with 3, and several players with 2 fouls. On the other side of the ledger, Penny Annis has 3 for the home team. Sasso and Malouin with a pair, as well as Winterburn. So the free throws have been a huge factor here in the third quarter. Goffstown 6 out of 8. Their only points in the third quarter coming from the charity stripe. Guertin, meanwhile, 9 points so far here, but only 2 of them have come from the free throw line. They will inbound the ball. We know you got to make your layups, you got to make your free throws in high school basketball. Looking for that skip pass. Pizzetti into the corner. Dufo thought about it, and a steal off the legs, and a nice heads-up play there by Winterburn. She was falling out of bounds, made the heads-up play to bounce it off a Cardinal leg. They'll inbound, full court pressure being employed here by the Cardinals. Once again, it is Sasso working against Long. Those two have done battle all night. Ball nearly stolen, and it looks like it's going to be a blocking foul by Fayed. That's her second, but more importantly, it's the team's 5th foul. So with 3:13 to go in the third quarter, every foul will put Goffstown at the line for a pair. front iron on the first one from Winterburn. That's her first miss tonight. One out of two for the 5'8" junior guard. She has 6 points in the game. Little two-player game. Into the corner it goes. No. Little side iron there. It was a good look for Dufo. She's open again. She's not shy, but she'll kick it around. Nice ball movement by the Cards. Philbrick had to keep it from going out of bounds. Ball goes back up top to Long. Long back to Dufo. A little two-player game. Almost dragged that pivot foot, but didn't. And now a little more action. And it looked like Dufo may have had that little baseline jumper, but she decided to kick it back out. Cards will work back and forth against this zone defense. Reverse layup by Philbrick is no good. Glass is cleared. Back the other way come the Grizz. Winterburn tried to get it out, but fortunate there. Caps wasn't expecting it. Sasso spin move up under, no. Rebound. Taken there by Fayed. Back the other way come the Lady Cards. 32-29, home team advantage. Philbrick will think things over, get it back up top to Long. In the corner, Dufo's not shy. No. A nice offensive rebound there. Fayed keeps things alive. Once again, up top, Yahtzee. And that's Maddie Long's first bucket of the evening. And don't look now, we are locked up at 32. Got to be careful not to foul here, as that will put the Grizzlies on the line. 1:35 to go, third quarter. The Grizz operating in their half court. Down on the left side it goes. Nice kick out. Winterburn's not shy. She misses everything. The ball is saved. Cards have the advantage if they run. Kick out, no. Philbrick goes baseline, blocking foul will be called against Caps, and that'll be her second. But not a bad foul to take there if you're Goffstown. It's only the second team foul. So a nice job there by the Grizzlies, whether they knew or not. Good foul to take. Inbounded there to Fayed. Dufo into the corner. Pizzetti now. And tied up, no jump ball called. Long, back to Philbrick. Philbrick, spin move in the paint, up and no. But will get hacked in the act. That's against Sasso, that'll be her third. And that will result in 2 free throws for Philbrick. Card showing good patience there. And the key was cleared and Philbrick went right to the hole. Hard off the back iron. Philbrick misses the first. Annis will check back into the game. And Malin will get a break. Philbrick 0 for 2. Offensive rebound there and a good one by Fayed. She's playing well here in the second half. Crossover dribble. Pizzetti. Back out to Long. She'll operate top of the key. Loses the dribble. Into Dufo. She had a step but decided to kick it back out. And once again, Fayed is Johnny on the spot. Long range three is no good from Pizzetti. Grizzlies clear the glass. This has been the matchup all night here as Long and Sasso have done battle. A little reach and foul there, and that's going to go against Long, I believe. No, they're going to call it on Fayed. That is her third. 2-shot foul. And again, every foul from this point forward will result in free throws. Still just 22 seconds to go before the fouls reset. Sasso knocks down the first. Two out of two for the senior guard. She is 9 out of 10 from the free throw line tonight, so you'll take 90% every day of the week and twice on Sunday. That one went off the foot of Philbrick on the bounce pass, or rather Fayed from Philbrick, I should say. And that one went off the foot of Winterburn. So, hands like feet out there. And Coach Largy employing some full court pressure of his own. And that long pass will find its way on the other side. A chance to shoot it at the buzzer. And end of the third quarter, we got a good one here from the home of the Grizzlies. A rematch of the 2022-23 season. A game that saw the Cardinals winning and advancing and eventually winning the state title, but these two teams vastly different from where they were a year ago. But I like what I've seen so far from both of these squads, and both coaches have said that these teams will get better as the season progresses, and gotta like what you're seeing thus far. We take a look at the free throw disparity here. 9 out of 12 in the third quarter. The only points that were scored by Goffstown were free throws in that third quarter. But they went 9 for 12. And on the other side of things, Guertin with 12 points. So that's their highest scoring quarter. So pretty good defense employed by both of these teams. Very aggressive. Nice job by the officiating crew out there this evening, letting the girls play, but keeping control of the game. The game has never been out of control. And that's a credit to the officials on the floor tonight. Pizzetti kicks it back out to Philbrick. Philbrick dribbling to the right side at the elbow. A little dipsy-do it up and under. And they're going to call Philbrick for the travel. It was interesting because the official kind of peered in over his shoulder looking for a number, then realized that it was in fact a travel and didn't require a number. And now we're going to get a pushing foul. And that's Pizzetti, and she's aggressive enough. Hate to see those kinds of fouls, especially that early into the fourth quarter. You get 5, and then you send the other team to the charity stripe. Goffstown operating in the half court. This is Sasso working on Long. Using that right hand, and she has spent much of her time dribbling with the right. Pull-up jumper in for Sasso. She says, I'm tired of the free throw line. I'm going to make one from the paint. Little pull-up jumper. Be wise if you're the Cardinals to try and force her to go left. Little ball fake, kick out there. Fired from downtown, no. And that was Philbrick finding the three-point shooting a little bit tough here this evening. They've made 4, but they've missed a lot more than they've made. Baseline, step back, no. Nice strong move there by Winterburn, however, and she'll head back to the line. They've got that foul on Long. They're saying that's her third. Winterburn misses the first of 2. So Philbrick and Pizzetti will take a seat. Reagan and Drapo will check back in. Back iron, no, 0 for 2. Nice rebound there by Dufo. She gets it off to Long, and back the other way come the Lady Cards. Little baseline, kick out, fired from the outside, no. Good, strong rebound by Annis, and back the other way come Goffstown. Sasso now Gets a pick on ball. Picked up defensively by Fayed. Nice control here by the Grizzlies. And a nice jump shot there by Sasso, and she's feeling it. She's got the hot hand right now. And the Grizzlies with their biggest lead of the night, I believe. It's 7. Abigail Estano's first foul. It's the team's first foul. And we will get a timeout with 6:16 to go here in regulation. Your score, the Goffstown Grizzlies 39, the Bishop Guertin Cardinals 32. So the story so far in this second half has been Sasso. She has 8 points, and the last 4 with the outside touch, a little mid-range jumper. And I believe Sasso right now leads all scorers in the game, either team. She has 17. On the other side of the ledger, it appears that it's Dufo with 9 points and Fayed with 7. 39-32, 7-point advantage for the Grizzlies. They'll look to pull away here against this younger Bishop Guertin squad. And it would be a huge win for Coach Largy and his Goffstown team. And let's call it like it is. This is not the same Bishop Guertin team that we've seen over the last 3 or 4 years. It's definitely a younger version. And I think it's safe to say that this team is going to show a lot of improvement through the course of the year, and probably not a team that you want to play come tournament time. But if you're Coach Largy, anytime you can knock off the defending state champs, it's got to feel pretty good. A lot of basketball still to be played here, however. Cardinals with possession. They can get back into this one with a made hoop. Nice between the leg dribble. Good ball movement. They wanted a travel. They didn't get one, and now they do. So I don't know who gets the credit for that call, the bench of Goffstown or the referee on the floor, but regardless, doesn't matter what we think, it's going to be Goffstown ball. Sasso once again, she'll be picked up this time by Dufo. Dufo forcing her left. Sasso, and they wanted to travel there, didn't get it. Winterburn. Dribble drive, pretty pass. They went back to that play, and that was once again Mallowan on the low block. She couldn't get it to go. Drapo loses the handle. Ball is saved. Dangerous play there. And Winterburn gonna get fed up the left baseline. She'll get fouled. And that's Long's 4th personal foul, 3rd team foul against the Cardinals. Winterburn inbounds to Sasso. They'll try to force her left. She gets a pick on ball. Will get picked up there by Reagan. Little crossover dribble back. Nice pick on ball there, provided by Annis. Winterburn, pretty bounce pass. Oh! And they decide to kick it back out. Looks like Mallowan had a good look at the hoop. Cleans that glass with some Windex. She hasn't scored since the first quarter, but that's a big bucket right there. Little dribble drive, hard off the glass, no. And another rebound from Mallowan, and back the other way come the Grizzlies. 41-32, 4:32 to go in this one. Timeline, and good call by Coach Largy. He won't take a full, but he feared the 5-second violation was coming, so he took the timeout. Good veteran move there by Coach Largy. 41-32, 4th quarter, opening game for both of these teams. They'll both see their next action on Friday night. Bishop Guertin will host their home opener. Probably be a banner evening. So they will My guess is they will have the championship banner from last year on display. And as previously mentioned, if Coach Largy and the Grizzlies can hold on in this one, that'll be a great first win of the season. Still a lot of basketball to go here from the campus of Goffstown High School. Jason Roby along with the highlight guy, Steve Cody, calling all the action for you. We'll be with you every step of the way. The mute button is your friend. All right, ball impounded. Sasso now, once again, dribbling right. Guarded by Dufo. Needing some help there, gets it to Winterburn. Winterburn now working against Long. Long has the 4 fouls. She's got to be careful. That was Caps. Nearly losing the handle. Got it back out. Sasso tried to dump it underneath. And back the other way comes Drapo. And she's going to get called for a double dribble. And the fans in the stands had that one right. Denying that inbound pass. But Sasso able to clear it over the timeline. Left-hand dribble, top of the key. She's not shy. And a little three-point barrage of her own. And she's got 7. Oh, and we're going to get a foul call there on Malouin. But that is just the second team foul. And the Grizzlies enjoying a 12-point lead here in the latter stages of this one. Inbounded up top to Fayed. Fayed kicks it over. Dufo now finding Reagan. Nearly had the ball stolen. Long, as in long ways away, hitting from downtown for a three-point shot. She has 6. Baseline, nice job of cutting it off. Getting on the floor, a little dirt dog there. Great defensive play by Dufo. Cardinals, skip pass, a rainmaker. Dufo, little leather souffle, gonna get called. And I think it's gonna be Winterburn, and I think it's gonna be her 3rd. Dufo going to head to the line for her first free throws of the evening. Release, rotation, splash. Hits the first. And anytime you can score when the clock's not running, that's a good thing if you're down. 2 out of 2 for the freshman guard. Back the other way comes Sasso. Working now against, looks like Reagan, I believe. Nice pass in the paint. No, over the top goes Sasso. And Reagan can't believe it. She was looking for an over the back. No call there. So that's Reagan's 4th personal foul. And Sasso will head to the line, her 2nd home here this evening. Misses the first, she'll get a 2nd. Still will check in, and Ennis will get a break. Sasso 1 out of 2. She's got 8 here in the 4th quarter. Into the corner it goes. Dufo kept her hand on top of that ball, otherwise it would have been a carry. Bounce pass to the elbow. Drapo. Nice pass underneath, no call there. Little long arm technique. They're trying to find Fayed on the low block, defended nicely by Winterburn. Into the corner. Dufo thought about it. Dribble drive into the land of the Giants. No, that shot may have been altered a little bit. Sasso comes back the other way. That ball goes out of bounds. Good quick hands there by Drapo. 2:19 to go in this one. 8-point advantage for the Grizzlies. Awfully quiet in here. Sorry, I was doing my best impression of the crowd there. All right. And not sure what that call is, but someone in the stands had something to say. And the balcony Muppets have come out again. Ball is inbounded there. Okay, much ado about nothing. Sasso, right hand, dribble, stops the dribble, kicks it back out. Winterburn. It's my first balcony Muppet comment, Steve. The first of many, I assure you. Malowin gets the ball underneath, too far underneath. Ooh, had to make the choice to save it. She did. Back the other way comes Long. Kicked out now. Fayed. And okay, so there's a foul there on Winterburn, her fourth personal. And each team has 4 fouls. That'll send them both to the line for 2, should there be a 5th foul not in the act of shooting. Raise your hand if you understood what I just said. Dufo downtown, no. Rebound taken by the Grizz, and that looks like it's going to be a foul on Drapo, and if it is, that will be her 5th. It is her 5th foul, so the book will close on Drapo. She'll finish the night with 5 points to go with several rebounds. Good hustling on defense. She'll head to the bench, and as she does so, Keely Caps will head to the free throw line. Rainmaker is good there from Caps. .5'10" freshman forward. Oh, and it sits on the rim and bounces out. And they're going to say that Dufo was on the line, so possession will go to the Grizzlies. 1:27 to go in this one. Goffstown by 9. Got to get the ball inbounded. They do. This is still in the corner, needs some help, and a good job by Coach Largy running to the baseline. If he had lost his step there, he would have run into that gigantic yellow fan in the corner. They would have been talking about that for weeks. 46-37, Goffstown. It's been a great game, physical game, and a nice job by everybody. Both of these teams, again, I think we'll see in the mix as the season progresses. And dare I say, both of these teams will be markedly better as we head into January and February. But I like what I've seen so far from Coach Largy's team. And when I look at Coach Orlando's team, you're seeing a lot of freshmen and sophomores making their marks here. This is a BG team that, although might not be at the elite level status that they were the last few years, I don't think they're going anywhere, Steve. I think they're going to hang around and they're going to get better. So 1:22 to go in this one. Goffstown up 46-37. That's 9 points for all you math majors out there. A lot of people don't know this. Steve Cody is a quantum physics guy. All right. Or something like that. Ball inbounded by the Grizzlies. And this is Sasso, and she can just kind of dribble it around. Any foul will put them at the free throw line. So the Cards have got to be aggressive without fouling. Not really much of a choice there. We'll see who they assign it to. So that's going to be on Dufo. That's her third personal. And heading to the free throw line. A little hard off the back. She'll get a second chance here. Hard off the back iron, so 0 for 2 for Ennis. So that actually works in the Cardinals' favor. No points on that. Less than a minute. Got to make some buckets here. Not a lot of time. Tried to get it down on the block. Nice long arm of the law there by Winterburn, denying the entry pass to the block. It was intended for Fayed. All alone is Fayed. They don't cover on the inbound. This is Dufo on the high dribble. Over to Long. Back in the corner to Reagan. Cardinals have got to make something happen. A lot of time running off the clock. Good quick hands there by Winterburn. Pokes it away. That was Sasso who poked it away, and Winterburn came away with it, rather. 30 seconds is for this young Cardinal team. They'll take the loss here tonight, but something tells me they'll watch the film, they'll get back after it, and they'll be ready for their home opener on Friday night against the Concord Crimson Tide. We'll get some stats for you here from the scorebook. Start with the winning team, the Goffstown Grizzlies. It was Maggie Sasso leading all scorers with 21 points. It was Ella Malowin with 8 points, Meredith Winterburn with 7, and Kaylee Capps with 6. On the other side of the ledger, it was Maddie Long with a pair of 3-pointers in the second half to finish with 6 points. Ayla Reagan with 8 points, also a pair of 3-pointers. Bella Fayed had 7. Talia Drapo had 5. And leading all BG scorers was Holly Dufo with 11 total points. So, Guertin will drop the opener here. A tough one for the young Cardinal team. A lot to be learned here from this one when you watch back on the highlight guy. And if you are Coach Olivia Orlando, you have to like what you saw in spurts from your young team. They play with aggression. They play with fire. Unfortunately, not a lot of experience. Sometimes forcing some shots, sometimes missing some open looks. Those shots will start to fall as the season progresses. And if you're Coach Orlando, you have to like some of the things you saw here. And the things that you didn't like, when you watch the film back on the highlight guy, you'll see that those are things you can work on. Those are correctable mistakes. And as the season progresses, this is a Bishop Guertin team that is going to get much, much better. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, congratulations to Coach Steve Largy and the Goffstown Grizzlies, avenging their loss in the semifinals a year ago. A nice job by a couple of his older gals to kind of control the tempo, control the pace of the game. And you saw tonight where maybe a little bit of age and experience played a bit of a part in that second half. Whereas this Guertin team getting used to a full 32 minutes, how the pace of the game is played, when to take your shots, when to not take fouls, things of that nature. So a lot to be learned from this first one. But that's not the last one. We got a lot of games left on the schedule for you, including one on Friday night when the Bishop Guertin Cardinals will welcome the Concord Crimson Tide onto their campus for their home opener. Want to thank you all for watching us here tonight on The Highlight Guy. For the man on the moving pictures, the highlight guy himself, Steve Cody, my name is Jason Roby, reminding you all that it's not the critic who counts, but you can always count on the critic. Have a great night, everybody.